Hello, hello. Welcome to this episode of the Rogers Radio Podcast. As you can see, we are out and about this week. We are at Once Upon a Child with owner-operator Winston Harrell in Danville, Virginia. I cannot wait to talk to you because this is an amazing place and I want everyone to hear all about what Once Upon a Child is all about. How are you?
Great. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, we're so excited to be here. You just opened Once Upon a Child in Danville in January.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So we're a little over a month in, and check this place out. So a lot of people may not know what it's all about, and so I want you to tell them, what is Once Upon a Child?
So Once Upon a Child buys and sells gently used children's toys, clothing, and equipment. So how it works is people bring us all of their gently used toys, clothing, and equipment, and we go through their items, and then if the items meet our standards, then we make them an offer. If they accept the offer, then we pay them cash on the spot, or they can reject the offer and then take their items back. So for the clothes, what we're looking for is mainly it can't have any stains, any holes, any wash wear. It just needs to be in next to new condition. And we're also checking for any kind of odor or pet hair is a common thing that we see. Reason we would have to reject certain clothes because kids have all kind of allergies and things like that, and so we can't have any kind of pet hair or things like that.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the main thing. Yeah.
The cool thing about here, so for everyone listening and watching, I have been using Once Upon a Child, and we talked about this right before we started airing, since Riley was born. And I got so excited that one was coming to Danville because I've been traveling to Roanoke for 5 years, taking Riley's clothes to Roanoke and trading it in and getting the money. And sometimes I get the money and I go shopping and I never have to pay for her clothes because I shop for her new clothes that she can fit in. And so when I heard that it was coming to Danville, and then I heard that you were going to be the owner of it, I'm like, this is so cool. And everyone should definitely take advantage of it because we were just looking around and I'm like, look, it is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. And behind us, you can see there's a bunch of Valentine's Day clothes. And why would you want to go to a store and pay $25 for a shirt when you could pay $2.50 for this shirt for your child to wear to school one day and then be able to bring it back and get more money for it, right?
Right, yeah.
You pretty much get your money back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you've been really busy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, so everybody really seems to love this concept because anybody with kids knows that when the kids just grow out of things so fast, whether it's clothing or toys or equipment, and then it's either going to pile up at your house or you got to figure out something to do with it. You got a few different options. You can do like Facebook Marketplace or something like that, which is kind of a hit or miss. Before we were opening Once Upon a Child, in the process, we were tasked with getting some of our larger items, to supply the store, some strollers and high chairs and stuff like that. And so we got this high chair on Facebook Marketplace, which was advertised as new in box. No. So I went over to meet this person, and I picked up this high chair, and it obviously had an awful smell, like some kind of pet smell and stuff like that. So you just never know what you're gonna get. So you make all this effort to negotiate with this person, and then go out there and meet them, and then they just it's not as advertised.
It's so true.
So that's the great thing about Once Upon a Child. You can see here it's a safe and reliable place to be able to sell your gently used items.
And so it's cool because take us through that process. So we are like right at the entrance here. So you walk in and you have your stuff, and then what do you do?
So you just come up to the counter right here where the sign says selling, and then you scan that QR code with your phone, and that'll get you checked in, and then we'll just see your photo ID to verify who you are. So you'll need the photo ID when you check in, and then also when you pick up to make sure we're paying the money to the right person. We don't want to give all your money to somebody else. and then we check in your items, and then we review them just in the order they came in, and just depending on how busy we are, it usually takes an hour or two to get to your items, and then we'll send you a text message when we're done, and then you come back and we'll give you a quote, and you can either accept it or reject it. Most people accept it, and then you can. Or you can also use that money to purchase items in the store. You could do a trade where you get a bunch of new things that you want, and then swap it out for the credit that you have for the items you're selling.
The cool thing
Yeah.
is, you go, like he said, you go and you get this text message and it tells you where you're at. So it says, okay, your items are, waiting to be sorted. And then you get an alert that your items are being sorted. And then you get an alert that the items are ready. So you don't even have to be in the store for that hour and a half
Right,
if you
yeah.
have other things to do, right?
Right, yeah.
So you're getting the updates, you can come back in, get your stuff. What I typically do, I bring the stuff in, I go shopping, find all the new stuff for Riley, and then I say, hey, can I put this to the side while everything's being sorted? And we go do our errands, we come back and do the trade.
Yeah.
And you've spent no money, probably sometimes made money, because you get your stuff sorted and they give you the money, and then you can either pay for the new stuff or take the cash. And it is cash, right?
Yeah, right, yeah,
It's cash.
Yeah. So it's also a whole lot easier than other stores that do consignment, because consignment's real pain, because you got to bring the items there and then you got to wait until it sells, maybe several months, and then you get your money, for what sells. This, you're gonna get your money right then. If we make an offer on it, we're gonna pay you cash right there on the spot. So it's a whole lot more convenient than all these other options you have for parting with your gently used items.
And it's a cool story, because we did talk a little bit before about why Once Upon a Child, how did this come about? So tell the story of kind of how this came to be.
Yeah, so my wife Whitney and I have twin girls who are 2 years old now. And when they were born, we started shopping at the Once Upon a Child down in Durham. And we really liked the store because you can get some great deals on kids stuff. So like for all your big stuff, you're getting it at like the strollers and the high chairs and all that equipment. You're getting it's about 50% of retail. It's how we price it. And then the clothes are even less. Some of those are like 30% of retail. Like we're just talking about a shirt for $250, where if you go to the store and buy the same shirt, what is it? I don't know, $20, $25. You get way more.
Yes.
So you're getting amazing deals. And then, another great thing about it is a few months later, once they outgrow it, you go back to the same store and sell them back those items and get more stuff. So we really like that concept. And then when you bought some things at that store and sold some things at that store, and then Whitney was looking at it online, I think, one day, and saw that there's some franchise opportunities available. And then one of the locations happened to be Danville. They had already pre-selected Danville as a location. She just saw that as some kind of sign that it was meant to be. But I wasn't sold on it right away. I was like, I'm not selling baby clothes. No, that's not for me. I was looking into several different options. And then one of them was actually a junk king, where you go to people's houses and businesses and stuff and remove junk. And I was all sold on this. I was gonna do some manly thing, moving junk and all this. And then Whitney kept on, how about this, Once Upon a Child? How about this Once Upon a Child? And you can see, who won the argument.
Yeah, I see.
Here we are. But it is a great, opportunity because it's just a business that makes sense. You got the purchasing people's, gently used items. You got, selling things at greatly reduced prices. So it's we see it more as a service to the community than just a business, because there's a lot of people that really need this. But everybody benefits. It's all about that sustainability thing. And reusing things so it's not it's not just sitting around your house. It's not ending up in a landfill. It's being used. These things have a long lifespan as long as you maintain them. And
yeah. And how many of you out there have bought things that you thought your child would love, and then they play with it one time and never touch it again, and you spent all this money on it? Why not come and get your money back, at least some of it anyway?
Yeah, and especially with the and a lot of stuff we get new in box or like clothes with the tag still on that the kids have never worn. Especially with the youngest children. Everybody at these baby showers wants to give clothes. Infant clothes. 0 to 3, 3 to 6, all that kind of stuff. So you get all these clothes, and then the kid's only that age for 3 months. How many outfits can they possibly wear? And then so you ended up with, they've outgrown it, and the clothes have never even been worn.
It's so true.
Yeah.
The amount of times I have bought brand new clothes for Riley in Once Upon a Child is crazy. And it's name brand stuff. Like, this is really nice stuff.
Oh yeah. So yeah, it's, any kind of brand you can think of. And then from from Walmart brands to to designer brands, you get all kind of stuff. So you never know what you're going to find in here. It's some great stuff. And
so we have books, we have toys. What are the size ranges?
So the sizes go from preemie all the way up to size 20. So all the way up to your teenagers and that kind of stuff for the clothes. And then up here in the front row, we have all of our equipment, mainly for the younger children. So we have our walkers up there, jumpers and high chairs and strollers. And then on the back wall is where we have all our toys. And then we have a huge selection over there on that wall of shoes and boots and stuff.
Yeah.
So pretty much everything you need for your child. Clothes and shoes and equipment and books and you also got this huge selection of
and
books
cribs. I mean, these are so expensive.
Check out this crib. Yeah, this is a good looking crib right here. This just came in yesterday. Probably not gonna be here very long. Something like that.
So anything that you have, because you're really, when you have a child, I see all of these people on Facebook and they're like, closet clean out. And I'm like, go to Once Upon a Child, take
it's so much
stuff.
easier.
Don't negotiate with 10, 15 people on these couple items, really just come and get the money and be done with it. And so if you're spring cleaning this year and you're thinking, man, I have all of this stuff and I don't want to have to negotiate with a bunch of people and have to deal with it, come to Once Upon a Child in Danville. Give everyone the location, the hours, all of the things.
Yeah. So you spend a tremendous amount of time negotiating with people for one item at a time.
And hope they show up.
Yeah, it's just not worth it. Just come over here and sell me your gently used items, and we'll give you cash. And so we're open 7 days a week, 9:30 to 8, Monday through Saturday, and then 11 to 6 on Sundays.
Okay. And what is the location? What's the address here?
We're at 3256 Riverside Drive in Danville in the Riverside Shopping Center near Planet Fitness and Tote Boys and Red Crab and all that. So this shopping center is really growing. It's got a lot of new businesses here, and we're real excited to be here.
Well, I'm excited that you're here. I know everyone else is going to be excited that you're here. And I can't wait to continue seeing the growth. You have 20 employees. You're going to just keep getting bigger and keep getting great stuff. And I'm so excited for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And thanks for having us here.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you everyone for listening to this episode of the Rogers Radio Podcast. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, keep watching and getting this great content. We are going to be out and about a lot more, so I can't wait to share everything with you. But in the meantime, come visit Once Upon a Child in Danville, and we will talk to you next week. Bye.